Let's close with bookkeeping, accounting, basics. Please, did you understand structure today? So maybe when we ask questions, we can harmonize it. The point we're saying is this. If you are thinking about business now, please, let me say this. We think about business on paper, not in your head. Think on paper. Get a business journal where you write down. You say, okay, now fine, I want to start this business. This is my product. This is my brand. This is my logo. This is what it will be. Go to next page. This is the structure of my business. This is a part of it. This is a part of it. This is a part of it. This particular marketing, what should I do? How do I develop them? By the time you see it, you see your business as if it's in a blueprint. You know, I'm saying this thing. A few of you seem to be, you find out that you can either in business walk by muscle or walk by wisdom. So when we talk about accounting, bookkeeping, we are talking about recording your company's income, expenditure, your business income, expenditure, assets and liabilities into a set of account books, also known as ledger. You are recording income, expenditure, assets, liabilities into a set of account book. So you see, when we talk about bookkeeping, we're not talking about one book. Did you hear what I'm saying? Did you hear what I'm saying? So for upcoming businesses, I generally encourage them to have 4 books. Generally. Take note of the 4 books. I will talk about them briefly and we close. The first one is income expenditure book. This book captures the day-to-day running of the business. How much came in, how much was spent to maintain the business. For example, you are selling pharmaceuticals. But in that shop, you run generator. The fuel you buy daily to run that generator. Falls under where? Falls under where? Falls under expenditure, not purchase. The second book is sales and purchase. That's the book where you capture paracetamol. How much did you buy it? How much did you sell it? What is your profit? Please, did you hear what I'm saying? Now, for the income expenditure, usually we encourage people for running a business, know what is called your recurrent expenditure. For example, how much does it take you to run that fuel every day? You buy jig to mop the floor. How much does it take for a month? So assign that amount for the running of that business. Monthly. That forms your income. So the expenditure book captures, you bought fuel, 1,000. Next day, you are getting everyday documentation. At the end of the month, or at the end of each day, are you getting what I'm saying? You balance out 15,000 for the upkeep of the business. You spend 3,000. How much is remaining? 12,000. Balance brought forward. The next day, that's out until the end of the month. So by the end of the month, when you find out that by 20th, your ROB has finished, that you need to now borrow, it has to enter into negative balance. Then you now need to assess what happened. Other months, I'll be using 20,000. What happened this month? If you don't look in, you may now find out that was one thing that was not accounted for by your sales gear. Or that's why you find out, okay, fuel increased in price. Okay, you now review that budget. If not, you cannot keep having negative, because the day bank comes to your record, negative is not good for you. Is what I'm saying making sense? Purchase and sales. For example, you are working from house for now. You are not maintaining anything. You are not maintaining any shop. Income expenditure may not be necessary, but keep it, because except you plan to stay in your house forever. But if you now hope that you grow to the point that you open a shop and do a hair, you can now do that. But now, sales and purchase. You bought that hair from the distributor manufacturer, 28,000, and you are selling 35,000. Your purchase is how much? 28. Your sales is how much? Your profit is how much? If you make that your profit, then you are not wise. Did you capture way bill? Did you calculate your transport to go and pick it? So if the way bill was 2,000 and the hair was 28,000, that's 30,000. And you took bike to and fro, 500 naira. That's how much? 31,000. That is now your purchase price of the hair. Not 28,000. Then when you now sell at 35, initially when I say 28 at 35, you thought that the profit was big. But when you now added the other things, you now saw it's just 5,000. Then when you are now selling, these are things you factor. Please, are you hearing me? Now you are selling to someone that is far. You have to ask yourself, am I adding way big cost or the person capturing it? So they now become either part of your promotional skills. Buy hair, way big is free. Listen to me, there is no freebies. When they are telling you way big is free, it's captured in the... I just give people who sell secrets now. So anytime you see in Jumia, they tell you we slash the price. They didn't slash anything. They just adjusted what you did not know. They just changed the figures. Because if you have been screenshotting that product every day, you will know that what they just did was they played around figures for you. There is nobody that will sell something and enter loss and tell you, let's just be selling. We will say, nobody. Man is selfish. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So this is how to capture it. If you are selling intellectual properties, you must have the same. Number one, Chinedu group of companies. For 3-day seminar. Ledger. How much was the contract? That the event and all that. They paid you 200,000 for a 3-day seminar. You that went to the seminar, sure you took transport. Did they lodge you? No, you lodge yourself. You calculate it. By the time you have finished calculating what that trip costed you, you can now know the profit you made. If you don't have such records, you will not be ready to scale up yourself. You wouldn't know when you need a price review. You wouldn't know when to do more marketing. Your mind, you just think you just buy, sell. No, it's more than that. The essence of that record is for you to review. It's for you to reassess. When God says God is not forgetful of your labor of love, it's not that God has poor memory. He knows all things. He does not forget. God does not have Alzheimer's disease. He's everlasting. He does not know. But he keeps that record for reference. That by the time he's telling angels move, it's time to bless. In that committee, because there is what is called kingdom transparency, that the record shall speak for you. You know when they wanted to kill Haman, heaven wanted to add, because he's a Jew, let's help him. Mordecai. A record has to be activated to give legality for that. That's what that record does for you. That you can sit down and look at. If we run like this, after seminars, we only make 3,000 profit. I pay transport, I take flight, I lodge in a hotel. And by the time where I finish, I'll stay there for 5 days, burn all my energy, head from the hotel. What I make is 3,000. Now, so you go train your children. Are you understanding me? You cannot sit down and do a price review. You cannot say, okay, fine, let's keep the price, but let's bring other products. Instead of giving the teachings free, want it to see this, let people buy it. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Or, okay, do it, maintain it, but run an exclusive mentorship section for 1 week and let people pay for that one, 10K. So when you now have 10 persons register for it, that's 100,000. That's on top of what they are making. If you don't have records, you cannot forecast. You cannot budget. You cannot. You'll be doing guesswork in business. The third book is Assets and Liabilities. It's a book that documents the assets column. If the business has gone to the point that you bought a land waiting to develop, capture it. What is the value of the land? Are you hearing what I'm saying? What it costed you, lawyer fee, everything costed you to acquire it. Liabilities. Make a list of them. The things that take money from you, or it's needed for the company. You have the records. Inventory book. Every business person, like we here in School of Blessing, we do inventory every quarterly. Every quarter. We take a stock of every property we have in all our chapters. And in inventory, you mention what it is, quantity it is, functional state, good, bad. By the time you get it and analyze it, you can tell yourself, this chapter, we need to buy a new generator for them. This other chapter, no, you need to change this. Are you getting me? Hello? Are you hearing what I'm saying? For those that do daily sales, this example I gave you is a corporation. You that does daily sales in shop, you sell plurality of products. You have a pharmaceutical, you are selling cosmetics, you're also selling beverages. As in, your shop is many things in it. You must take beginning inventory, exit inventory. Did you hear me? If you are not ready to do it, better put 200 CCTV in that shop. If not, people will eat you down. They'll just look at your shop. My mother is having abdominal fat. Let's collect that one and send home. Without telling you, you just find out, I've not made any profit here. Where are the goods? By the time you find out, they have moved like 10 cartons. What will you do? You arrest the person. There is no evidence. That's why most of the shops, you see them putting CCTV. Even at that, you have to create a system. So part of the person you employ must give you login inventory, exit inventory. And sometimes, come and do the inventory yourself. Because you see a pack of paracetamol, they have removed the card. You think it's complete. You look at it. One pack. You now open it. It's 3 that is inside it. Where is the 2? You can't explain. It's inventory that keeps a watch. That is, it makes you put a hawk eye on the business. That's why business is not for lazy people. I wanted to buy this footwear for surgery. I had a procedure to do for someone in Onitsha. So I wasn't sure if they have, because my principle of life is prepare. Because you may go there thinking that they have scrub. You find out they don't have scrub. You do surgery with your t-shirts. So I carry my scrub. I carry my food. I carry everything. But I mean, the only thing, at some point I was carrying Savlon Spirit. Because if you are telling me it's not there and you need to go to market to buy, it's my time you are wasting. And time is so, I literally carry everything. So, I did not come with because I left it in my wife's car. So I was not saying I wanted to buy. I'm just telling this story to 10. So I went to a woman. So there was one, I saw it I like it white. It was looking with a sign 9K. I said, let me buy it. At least let me have a variation. Guess what? The size I saw, this woman ransacked her whole shop. She did not find one leg. Guess what? Because I so much loved it, I stayed there and waited for almost 45 minutes. The usual means, my J-balls or joy. Because that brand, I love it. I waited for 45 minutes. She ransacked everywhere, she didn't find it. She was only finding out that one leg is missing because I came to ask for it. It's poor inventory. Because if it had inventory, she would know. Nike, one leg missing. If it was important, like you call, I didn't get it, send it back. So she was saying, I don't know, it's like I got it like this. It's like you got it like that. But when you paid, you pay for a pair. And they sent half. Who lost? It's her loss. But if she took inventory, she would have spotted it and called them. I just received the good, one leg is missing. Check, they'll now check it. So, okay, we'll send it to you. Do you have inventory? Do you just order goods? They'll just come in, you just count it. Even when you count, do you take stock? Chinedu bought one. If you don't want to put the person's name, one t-shirt sold. What was the purchase price? The production, everything is 6,500. You now sold 8,000. Your profit is this. When you do that, you can now estimate. By the time you take it through, you check the people that have been buying your goods. You find out that majority of them buying are in one particular location. It means your product has a sale there. It's either someone who has used it, that loves it, is marketing for you. What do? You now sit down and say, what do we do to expand this market breakthrough here? If you don't have that record, you'll be doing pawns and... So anybody that comes to me for business mentorship that doesn't have account records, you have not shown it to me. You know I don't talk to you. That conversation ends at, go and get it. Some of them, they have not brought it till now. And I don't have this. Anytime there is a business, I behave as if I don't have ears. As if there is wax that heaven has put here. Because having a discussion with you is a waste of my energy. Because how do I now assess whether you're doing well or not? So we made 50,000 naira this month. It's not a testament that you're doing well. What of the last 6 months you were in deficit? You just made 50,000. Did you go first? You are not still in deficit and you're telling me you're doing well. You're not doing any well. Let's check your record. We can now know if you are doing well. We can now find why you did well this month to build on it and find out why you are not doing well and so that I can stop it. So you can't have a business mentor that does not ask for financial records. Except he's mentoring you on one aspect, marketing. So only marketing. Even that marketing, he wants to see results because he can't keep talking to you because your success gives them satisfaction. If it's branding, he will teach you branding. Give you assignment and say, now, has branding affected your sales? So if you don't have a record, please don't come for business mentorship with anybody. Anybody that does business mentorship for you and does not ask you records, is not after your interest. Hello, are you with me? Are you with me? So have these 4 books. When we come to the class, or for those who are interested, there are other books you need. Balance sheets, income statement, statement of financial flow. This for those who want to scale up their business, that want to have dealings with investors and with banks. But for basics, go and get these 4 books I mentioned as it relates to you. Please, are you with me? For those who deal with goods, inventory is one of them. So I usually tell people, if you want to do business, get mastery of personal finances, you'll be able to do corporate finances. Try it. Try it with yourself. Record the money that comes into your hand and the money that leaves your hand. You will be shocked how much money passes through you. Try it. You'll be shocked. One month I was so shocked. So I now had to ask myself, so what happened? That was the first I said, what happened? I now saw this. I now saw where the money was going to. And I said, no, if I can cut down this, buy this thing together, or buy this in bulk, it will cut down this. By doing that, by that recording, I was able to compress my personal upkeep. Compress a couple of things. So try personal accounting, then business accounting will come easy. When personal accounting is difficult, business accounting will force you to write. If you don't write, just that you are making plans that one day you just wake up and just say, I like this yellow polo. Let's just buy it. You just finish buying it and come and keep it. You will not sell one. It will heap there. You now go and collect money. Buy green. Add to it. Mix it together. You now sell only the green. Half of it. You have 1.5 still remaining. You now take the money you bought for this one. Go and buy red. Mix all of them together. People are now confused. They can now pick. No, you can't keep doing that. Then you only to find out that why people are now buying the green is because the material is not quality. The other guy washed it once and he faded. And guess what some people will do? That's when they'll start defending. No, it's not. Are you sure it's bought from me? No. Anytime a customer complains, if you have pain, if you have beg, tell the person, make a video record, send to me. It's for you to go back to restructure your business and correct that mistake. So that you can have better brand what? Brand what? God bless you. Okay, let's take questions. Then, few minutes we'll take the last questions. If there are questions, let's quickly address them. If there is none. Please get the slide on digital marketing rating. Let's close this morning section. I'll say it from there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. Okay, what I wanted to ask is, if what you're doing basically is not like you're dealing with products as per selling, what you render is services, do you still need to keep these books?
Yes, you need it. Like I told you, the goal of the book is for you to know how to project. Are you getting me? So if, for example, you are offering laundry services, you may not write the name of the client. You can just write 1st October 2022. 1. You can use serial number. For example, you are doing laundry services, they bring clothes to you. So you know how to code. So you can use either name or use code. 106. 6 clothes. I get it? Because someone can come, I bought 8 clothes. But it's not 8. 6 clothes. Unit cost. So if you are doing 3,000 naira per one, unit cost 3,000. Total. 6 times 3,000 is how much? 18,000. Are you getting what I'm saying? You take that cost. When you are starting, like services, it's going to be difficult for you to cost what it involves. Are you getting me? So, for example, let me use laundry to explain it. So, at the end of 1 month, then on the other side of the book, you write, if you needed fuel to on generator to iron, 1,000 naira fuel used. If you used it for 3 days, depending, it covers that 3 days. Detergent, how long you used it. At the end, the cost of detergent, electricity. You use prepaid. Others are saying I'm using 3,000 for 2 months. You are using 3,000 for 1 week. It is the ironing that is taking electricity. Capture it. They are your running expenditure. When you sum it together, subtract it from your business. You know if you are making profit. If you made loss, go back. You need to find out Why am I making losses? Do I need to do marketing more? Because if you do marketing more, you have more, you see I earn more. Are you understanding me? Or should you now review your price and now make it 4-5 so that I can cut even? Or do I have to use alternative in terms of electricity? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Or do I now, instead of buying letters, all those sachets clean of 60 and 15 naira, I'll go and buy a whole carton of it. Bulk. So if you don't have that record, you will not think. You will only be saying business, no, they work, or things are hard. It's not true. You have not looked into why it's going like that. Whether it's product or service, you must have that record. If not, nobody can give you a professional counsel. So usually what people do, if you don't have that record, if you are getting a consultant to look into your firm, he will take the record for you for 1 month. You pay him for that extra services. By the time he finishes it, it's called SWOT analysis. He'll now analyze your company and give you feedback, give you recommendations. You pay him, he goes. But if you have it, he will not do that one for you. You take that result, analyze it, give you professional counsel. Depending on your arrangement, he can now stay as eye over the business for 2 months and see it take up. When it takes up, he will leave you to run your business. Okay. Any other question? Okay. So it means everybody understands it. Eh? So our chin business is going international. So, okay, you now have a question. Church people, I don't forget. Okay, give her. I'll just only take these two. We'll close.
Thank you very much.
Any question after now? If you are not a son, you pay consultation fee. Yes?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Just like what she said, if you are into clothing, like you make dress,
yes,
and most times if you are not doing to maybe give to boutiques and all of those things, maybe just personally,
yes,
the things I will need to sew a particular dress might not really be what I will need to sew maybe another kind. So sometimes I just buy based on what I need to produce at that time.
yes.
How do I still go about the whole bookkeeping thing?
Beautiful. I love that question. See what you do. For such, it will be difficult to do daily bookkeeping for the things you buy. For example, let me say, there are basic things you need for sewing. For example, you went and bought the trade. So you can, I don't know how many colors, usually select colors. You might just decide, buy the whole color. Maybe it costed you 10,000 to buy the colors. Then, what's that thing? That gum they use for guy. You know the basic things you go to the market to buy. When you buy the needles, all those things. So if you are using electric motor, you buy fuel. In that, you must have the expenditure book. Write them. Anything you buy, write the price. Then, within that 1 month, you had a client and you saw this clothes. This is how much it costed. At the end, you will now do that assessment at the end of the month, not daily. So you now see, I bought this for the materials. How much? How many of this is remaining? By the end of the month, I was able to generate amount. So this is what I do for me. Like I do a couple of private practices. So some people can come and do surgery for us in our hospital. So this is what I do. Okay, the other one I did, I had to buy about 15 surgical blades. That's peculiar to us. Others use 21 and other. We use size 15. So along the line, I regret I could have just bought the whole pack. Are you getting me? Hello, are you getting me? I bought the whole set of that particular procedure that I do. I bought the whole set in 2019 at 134,000 for that set. But for each of the procedure I charge, I take 80,000. So if I have done 10, How much have I made? 800,000. So I have sorted out how much I bought my equipment. The equipment is still running. But I capture in within it my transportation. So if I have to drive from Enugu to there, it's part of my fuel. So I deduct it. So initially, it was a flat rate for me. I was not considering where I'm coming from, just 8,000. So, and I found out if it's on it, I'm driving from Enugu, I have to buy, it's full tank I will need to and fro. I'll need about full tank to drive to and fro. So 10,000 fuel. Are you getting what I'm saying? So if I now get there, you don't have things like I will have to buy locane, buy other things. So I factor them in. At the end of the month, I check it out. So what I now do is this. It's very crazy, but if you can learn it to help you. So what I do is, in that, a vial of plain linocaine is 800 naira. And it has about 100 mils. So how much is 10 mils? Are you getting the picture? Because for each of the surgery, I need 10 mils. So if it's 800 naira and it has 100 mils, 10 mils will be what? 80 naira. So it's factored in. So if you buy the wool, you bought them 10,000. Calculate how much it is. If you are not this detailed, okay, you are now shocked. If you are not this detailed, you won't know what it costs you to produce a clothes. Because if you have this difficulty, when someone now gives you a bulk work of make 20 clothes or make this choir uniform, it will be very difficult for you to factor in what it will cost you to produce it. But if you have an idea, you know that each cloth, each of those choir gown may eat 2 threads. This will take this day, calculate it, you'll be able to. So what you now do, instead of buying unit, you now go and buy bulk. If you buy bulk, you make profit from the bulk purchase and you make profit from the trading. So it's either you do monthly, at the end of the month, whatever it costed you, fuel and all that to do the work. I think all the work you did that month, the fuel, all the materials you bought, write it. At the end, how many clothes did I sew for different persons? Are you getting what I'm saying? Now you now check, did you make profit? If you make profit, you are doing well. The next question is now, how do I scale up my profit? If you are not doing profit, so why am I not making profit? That will be your question. But if you don't have that record, you just think that something is wrong with you, that you don't know how to do business. You see the record keeping, that is the business. So the business is about have a value. Convince people to buy your value. Then watch over that business through administration, accounting. Then you can now strategize. What do I do to increase? What do I do to? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Because if you now see I cut even, I make reasonable profit. But I want to invade this market. If others are sewing at 3,000, if I sew at 2,500, I'll have more and make more profit. So that my brand will scale up. You can do that. So when people start knowing you are good, remember, value creation, more important. She's good, but her price is relatively low. People will patronize. By the time you now have that rush, you can now say no. Are you getting me? There is a review, no. So if you now want urgent work, price is different. There are kind of people I saw for now. If work is not choking you, the way to manage is either hire more people, train them to be as good as you to maintain the value. If you cannot maintain the value, use price and scale people. Did you hear what I'm saying? Did you hear what I'm saying? Rather than compromising your value, you eventually lose. If you are good and you have a rush, option is train people that can be as good as you to maintain that brand. If you cannot maintain that brand by training people, the people you are training, they are spoiling your work. Increase your price, scare people, and maintain the number you can manage with that high price. So that with that high price, you can stay cut even. Did you get the business strategy? Except you now get people, train them, they are that good. Now, we are in a contemporary business world where you can finish training someone is that good. He will not tell you that he's leaving. He will just go by the side of the corner, open shop. So, it's time to start signing business contracts. Part of the clause of the contract is non-compete. You are not allowed to open any business within other 100 feet radius within that state. He will sign it. After all, Ochore Mehe shop, did you hear what I'm saying? So if he dares open shop by the side, you sue. By the time the people will... No, the word is getting more... Oh, no, don't worry. Cool down. It's because you're in Navy. Live in Navy. You can't try it. It's a clause in business now. It's like, I run a, for example, if I run a coaching company, I now raise someone who is as good as myself. I get what I'm saying. And I say, well, let's partner. So that we'll split the profit, either 60-40 or whatever. I mean, say, no, he wants to start his own. If I have the experience, the person now goes start, move all my clients. I get him, I'm going to be hot. The only way to protect myself is that if I'm going to train another person in that capacity, you will sign a contract. So, that is why in the kingdom, we don't sign contracts. What we have is covenant of brotherhood. If you do it, you have done wickedly against the covenant. It's called rebellion. That's why if you read the Jewish custom of release, when someone has served for 6 years, when you're releasing a person, you arm the person, bless the person. The person doesn't leave. He moves away. He moves. Read your Bible. He doesn't stay. He carries his family. If he has children, he wants to go. Read the Bible. Say he leaves. He will not go to the side and start a business that's competing. It's against the covenant. But if he says, you are treating me, I love it. The Bible says, have an agreement. He says, you bore the ear. That he will now be, that is contract. If he's not saying, okay, I want to, he says, okay, 60-40. Write a contract. Spirituality does not remove intelligence. Please, are you getting what I'm saying? So if you have gone business and you now have people that are now good as you have to move them into, because human beings can be very, you just be here, he's moving your customers. So, a shop near you. You tell her, are you pregnant? Say, madam, I'm not feeling fine. You will not give her 1 week leave. You use 1 week leave. Go and sew 10 clothes and come back. And say, man, the Lord is good. I'm feeling fine now. Now, when you find out, how will you feel? Please come up for your section.
Thank you so much, sir. So my question is actually from the bookkeeping aspect. You made mention of 4 books that a business starter needs to have. And my question is, does it mean that if I have all these 4 books, keep these records, that my business will actually thrive? That I will have accurate tracking of my finances and everything. Are there other things I need to do aside keeping this book? That's in the aspect of...
So why are you keeping the book? That's the question of the answer. Why are you keeping the book? I want you to answer me.
To check my progress and track my finances and other things.
And so with the record, you budget and plan. So if your bookkeeping is not giving you information to do the business, then you don't understand why you're doing bookkeeping. If you understand why you're doing bookkeeping, you are keeping your records, and then from there you can make plans, progress, scale up your business, remove some details. It tells you, okay, I'm making this money. For example, let me say you stay in your shop. At the end of the month, what you have made extra is 200,000. But now, another opening of business came. Another opening of business came. That took you out of town. You shut down your shop for 2 days. But that side of business, you return back with 600,000. And you know that this is a viable business, but I can't be in 2 places at the same time. By that record keeping, you now know that you need someone else in the shop. Then you hire someone and you pay the person 50,000. So that you can be away to make 600,000. Why the person in the shop? You left for 1 month and make 600. But when you're in the shop, you made 200. But you know that you can't close your shop forever. You have 2 options. Either you close this one and go. But in the world of business, any idea that is successful, don't close it. Rather maintain it and branch out to another one. So what do? You hire someone that will stay in that shop for 1 month. Teach the person basic things you need. At the end of the month, you make 200,000 plus 600,000. That's how much? 800,000. And you paid 500,000. How much is left with you? 750. Both person win. But if you don't have the record, how do you know when to make the move? You now say, I can't do the two. You now shut down 600,000, stay at 200. You now say, well, let's close this one and move to Abuja. You now move there. You now find out it's not about moving. That why you are needed there is because you are scarce. Because, for example, let me say you're an automobile mechanic. They always call you when those mechanics has finished spoiling the car. That's when they call you. So by the time you are coming, you know, say they don't spoil and finish. So your price is, say, please, no matter, just fix my car. I need you. It's okay, you pay for my lodge, you know, I am not staying there. Say there is no problem. You go there, short, my vacation, you go there and get fat yourself. Now, why will you move your business? Because if you go there, they will now be pricing you one kobo. The best thing to do is hire someone here. Stay anytime they need you, you move. Sometimes you can now move. Open an extra shop, but don't always stay there. So that they know, okay, we are waiting for you. You can always move. Just find the edge and maintain it. If you don't have the record, you're a joker. So it's not about, please, I need to understand. It's not about having exercises. We give a deck a mathematician. You write one, you write two, you write one. Then at the end, you close it. For who? No, at the end, you sit down and ask yourself critical questions. How do we take it from her? Can I double this profit? Can I cut down the losses? What can I do? Can I tell yourself, if the things I got for this production, like you that is into confectionery, stitching and all that, if I buy water painter or floor and he gives me this, and this is the cost, if I buy one bag, my production cost will go down. I'll buy a bag of milk. My production cost. By the time you do, you can throw your money there, now use it. So that, because I reduce your production cost, but you are still selling at the same price, you have more profit. But if you are going to buy one bag of this, and you are not scaling on your marketing, the demand is not there. The milk will day there spoil. Flour will day there spoil. So these are the calculations the book will help you make. It makes you take informed financial decision. If you don't have that discipline of business startup in documentation, sorry, you will not scale. It's not a course. Someone can look at you, say, I love you, give you 10 million. The 10 million will still finish. You are still at the same level. So if the person really wants to help you, he will tell you, I want 10% stake. So that he can mentor and push you to the next level. If not, I'll throw 10 million at you. You say, 10 million, don't call. Range Rover Sports. Can hear me? You blew in the money. But if someone have the record, will tell you, no, we have stayed in this rented place so much. This is my vision. I need to have this. You see the guy go and buy land. He start developing the property small. Why? He has a record that is keeping his vision alive. The goal of business is not buy and sell, make profit. It's their vision. So if someone that is into fashion and is thinking of growing a fashion world, part of the thing that may be there is to do fashion shows. So you'll be thinking of how to have a hall and have a runway. It's vision. God bless you.